Hey everybody, my name is Stephanie. Welcome to this week's energy forecast for the week of, are you ready for this? May 1st through May 7th. Are you kidding me? It's true. May 1st through May 7th, 2022. So I kind of feel like we're turning a corner, but maybe then we're getting the brakes put on us a little bit through mid-May, but I feel like something is shifting. And as I always say, if you tune in regularly, I am not an astrology expert or even what I would consider an astrology novice, but I feel like this does perhaps have something to do with the eclipse and the new moon energy. So we have new moon on Saturday, yesterday, new moon yesterday, according to this forecast that starts the 1st. So we are still in that energy. So we have new moon, new week, new month, partial eclipse. Like, what are you working on? What are you creating? What do you want more of in your life? This is perfect energy for creation. So new everything, fresh starts. So let's talk about first what keywords came out from the Akashic records. And they one of them is a little strange this week. It kind of made me laugh. So the first one that came out was growth, and it's just still in that kind of growth energy, that creation energy that we've been talking about for at least a month now, I think, about things coming to fruition, the things we've planted coming up through the soil, the reaping energy, the sowing energy, all of that. So we're still working on that growth. We're seeing the things start to bloom that we have planted. The second keyword was turtles. So shout out to my sister if she's watching. Turtle energy is kind of a thing that, you know, certain animals come in as totems, or you just like them, you're just drawn to them, you see them a lot in your life. So turtles is something that has been a recurring theme for her. The message I got when I got the keyword turtles first, this is my process. First, I said, really? Turtles? And the Akashic record said, yeah, turtles. So turtles, it is. I don't argue. And it was about being slow and steady. And so we are in an era of instant gratification and instant results and instant answers. And we're starting to want to, you know, some of that's great. We have, instead of having to use encyclopedias, some of you probably don't even know what those are, but instead of having to go to a library and get an encyclopedia to write a report on something, we have the internet at our fingertips. So we have become accustomed to being able to receive information instantaneously and easily. And we're starting to want to energetically apply that to what we're working on. And it doesn't work the same way. We can receive it very quickly, and that makes us want our output to be very quickly, our creation to be very quickly. And it can be very easy. But there are also times that the process is part of what we are supposed to go through. It's part of the creation. And that's the turtle energy, is saying slow and steady, keep working on what you've been working on. The process is part of the creation. And then the last keyword was unfolding, which I feel like we've gotten before over the past couple of months. So that is still that same growth energy. Unfolding is the kind of the same as our annual or 2022 theme keyword of unfurling. It's unfolding. It is blooming. It is blossoming. It is those things coming up through the surface so that they can get to the sun and they can get the energy they need to bring life to themselves, to come to life. So growth, turtles, and unfolding are our keywords for this week. As far as our cards this week, we are going to use the Healing Crystals deck number 4 for our crystal energy. For our Sunday energy, we're going to use the Affirmators deck, which I love. And for the rest of the week, we are going to use Tosha Silver's Divine Abundance deck. So let's talk about our crystal energy first and see if that matches up or has any correlation to our growth turtles unfolding energy this week. We have pink aventurine, which, yeah, on the surface does sort of match up. Pink aventurine, aventurines are solid, stable root chakra creation crystals. But when you add that pink energy, it's kind of about growth and nurturing and a very supportive energy. Cooperation, connection, and alignment. Those are amazing keywords to have this week. cooperation, connection, alignment. So knowing that that's going to lead to the growth and unfolding energy. I am free to choose any of the paths that my life offers is the mantra or affirmation you can use for this week if you want to connect with the energy of pink aventurine. I am free to choose any of the paths that my life offers, and which is true. Because of our free will, we can do anything at any moment, and make any changes that benefit us at any moment. It's really not as hard as we make it. So then the Sunday energy from our Affirmators deck is joy, which really matches that pink aventurine of saying we are unlimited and we are in a time of unfolding. And it's the joy card says, to enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. Joy is like butter. I can put it on anything and it'll make it way better. Today, I will add joy to everything. Really slather it on. I am the Orville Redenbacher of joy, and life's popcorn is about to get it. So that's our Sunday energy. Focusing on joy, that really is what leads to growth, to unlimited growth, to unfolding and unfurling. Focusing, I know I say it all the time. I feel like I start to sound like a broken record in these collective readings, but focusing on what you do want, not the things you want to eliminate. So not focusing on being debt-free or not focusing on being pain-free, but focusing on having unlimited financial abundance, focusing on financial freedom, focusing on physical freedom and perfect health. So see how we just tweaked those a little bit, and it's a totally different energy, not the energy of elimination, but the energy of creation and growth. And then Monday is the liberation card, which is dragonfly energy, which is like butterflies on steroids. It's like dragonflies, if you start to see those, are signs of super transformation, super growth, things coming up to the surface. The liberation card says, the doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe them anymore that they're you. Sorry. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. So this is kind of the energy of liberation through detachment and knowing that we are not those old stories that we have always told. Tuesday, we have the allowing card. So this is unfolding very nicely. The allowing card says radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment. So what's needed can come next. And so we also talk about this all the time, about being open, liberating yourself from those previous stories that you used to tell, those loop patterns that keep you stuck in the same track, and saying yes to a new story so that in any given moment, you have opened space for what is best and right and good to come in. Because until you've opened that space, it's right there waiting, but it can't get in the door. So allowing and allowance, which I think was a keyword maybe last week or the week before, is about giving the keys back to yourself that open the door to the reality you want to create, rather than giving the keys to the old stories and old patterns. Wednesday, we have karma, which is kind of an overused word, right? We are in control of this. It says there's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. So exactly. I would also add there's nothing in this life that can't be addressed right now. So, if you feel like you have these loop patterns and these things that are stuck in these imprints from past lives or childhood or different energies, there's nothing that cannot be addressed right now in this present moment. Karma is not this daunting energy that we can't overcome. Nobody puts karma on us. We're not under a spell. We are our own creators, and we are in charge of what we choose to heal, release, and move forward from. We are in charge of our new story. We are in charge of what we are creating in this present moment. So liberation, allowing the new story to start and saying, oh, you know what? I am the boss of me. And then Thursday, we have the right now card. I love this. What did I just say? In this very present moment, I am the boss. I am in control of what I hold on to and what I release. I am in control of the story I tell. The right now card says, stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled in each moment. And so when you do really have this radical allowance and radical acceptance, you know that everything is coming exactly when it's supposed to, exactly with the right timing and right when it needs to. So right now is always the right time. And everything will come in at the correct moment. So really strong messages for this week about staying in the present. Kind of compartmentalize things this week, set some intentions, block things out, segment, intend, or compartmentalize what you want to work on. And it doesn't mean necessarily projects. It can be things, just goals you have, maybe ways you want to manage your emotions, or ways you want to move through life, or the new story you do want to tell. How do you want to kind of segment these things this week so that you can stay in the present moment? And what does that get you on Friday? Ease. So the ease card says, it's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. So mantra that for a while, just, affirmation the heck out of that one for a while. And this, we're wrapping up kind of the end of the week. We're out of the new moon energy, but we're moving into the new month energy. We're still in that. Ease says, just like I always say about repeating these things that you do want, beating the drum of what you do want, and the rest will fall away. This is a great one to use. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. And because you have planted those seeds intentionally and by staying in the present moment, and allowing them to come in by clearing space, then it is easy for you to receive. And what you receive is what you mindfully intended to receive. Saturday, last day of this week, we have the Faith card. It says, miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. I love this reading. I have to say, this might be like my favorite reading ever. I don't know why, but I just love it. I feel like this is such positive energy that is really saying we are in charge, and not that we have to have control. We are not in control, but we are in charge. So big difference energetically. The divine is in control. It knows what we need. Our higher self, spirit, whatever you want to call it, is God, whatever you want to call it, is in control. And that's a very good thing, because we humans are not always the best at control. We either don't want it or we want too much of it. So give that to somebody else, and you just stay mindful, do some intending, do some work on the story you want to tell, and then let the universe take control of how it comes to you, and have faith that it will all be working out for you. Everything is always working out for me. Just keep telling yourself that. So that is our energy for this week. I hope you all enjoyed this reading as much as I did, and I will see you next week.